There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV.
Yo, what's good, people? There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. Last little discussion on this record. I've just listened and reacted through the entirety of this album's track list. All right, bro, I'm hungover, so give me a break. All right, give me a break. This got recommended to me by Jesse via the Patreon. Thank you, because I've seen the album artwork pop up a couple of times. I know as far as the Strokes are concerned, this may be considered one of their more popular ones, as this is the album I do see pop up. 11 tracks on this. I don't believe there's any covers. It flies by. Very easy listening record. None of the songs outstay their welcome. Great song lengths for a person like me. Great album length for a person like me. The production is wild, in its own way. A very unique production style. And let me tell you, right? This album supposedly was put out in 2001. I think this record sounds ahead of its time. If not by a long time, by a few years. 2001 is very close to the 90s. And this is definitely a 2000 sound. But I would argue it's a mid-2000s sound. And I would also argue that this sounds like the British indie music I'm aware of. To the point where I question. I did the same with Vampire Weekend. Because to me it's a very British sound. Of the British garage bands and indie rock bands we had. You know what I mean? Like, we had the Libertines and so on and so forth. I feel like this band would fit in perfectly. So it was a cool record. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I liked the sound of the record. The effect on the vocal, the way the vocals were processed, I'm in two worlds about it. I liked it, but a little more clarity, a little more realism to the vocal probably would have suited me a bit better, in all honesty. Because it felt like a little bit of novelty that existed throughout the record. The rhythm guitars were really cool. They weren't messing about. You probably get 3 chords, 4 chords, but they made it sound like they were doing a lot more. They played that rhythm out well. And as I referenced during the listen through, there was a commenter on some of the videos who was referring to the downstrokes of the band, and that's very true. Yeah, a lot of downstroking as far as the rhythm is concerned. When the lead guitar popped in, the lead guitar did exactly what it needed to do, even dropping a few solos in on the bridge sections on regular interval. Very cool sound. Do I have a favourite track in the record? Not necessarily. I think Last Night is probably the strongest number, in my opinion, because I do like the energy. I like the rock and roll attitude to that tune. That's the one tune I have heard on this record. Oh, and there was another one, but, you know, you'll have to listen to the reactions to see what song that was. But Last Night, I definitely heard before. It wasn't the first time listened to that. And even so, it was, you know, I had heard it multiple times. I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it just as much as every one of the other tunes, for it's a great track. Drummer played their role. Wasn't, you know, mind-blowing. I didn't hear anything in particular as far as the production, if not the playing, that really stood out as far as the drumming's concerned, but played their bit. If anything, he was quite a punk rock drummer in a way. I felt like there was a little bit of a punk rock infused feel with the beats and the, you know, energy in the drum kit. Bass lines were good. Didn't noodle around too much. We heard a great bass line on the very first song, but from there it didn't feel like the bassists sort of noodled as much as they could do, which they had a lot of room to do, you know, be it the how sparse the production was. You know, we didn't have a whole ton of different instrumentation going on. It was just a band. Respectfully, it sounded really good. And if I'm going to rate this record, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, which is a respectful rating for me. That means I liked it. It was a good record. It was a good record. Does it make me want to listen to more of the Strokes? Within reason. Within reason. Do I think that the Strokes are gonna change their sound a lot from here? I don't think so. I don't see much room for changing their sound, personally. I think they've got a unique sound, but I'd be surprised if they changed much throughout the records, especially from this point. I mean, sound production, yeah, sound engineering and production, yeah, but as far as the actual songs and the writing, I'd be surprised. I would be surprised. But if you want me to check out more, let me know. And I'm signing out, people. One love. Peace.